from Carpathos, Greece. We're going to do a few back bends today. Strengthening our back carries our whole body, so it's really important to keep it flexible and moving. All the nerves come out of your spine to nourish all your organs of your body and system, so it's really important to keep that flexible and moving. So we'll first just move through a few cat-cows, which I know we've done before, and then we'll move through a series of back bends and end with a bit of a camel, resting in child's pose to do our counter stretch. So let's go ahead and come to our all fours on the mat, our tabletop position. So your wrists again underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide and the middle finger is facing straight forward. The knees are under the hips. The soft part of the elbow is rotated to face the middle finger. So that means your arms are rotated out. On an inhale, I want you to drop your belly as you look up. Slightly claw the mat, pulling your chest through. And then on the exhale, start by pulling the belly button to the spine as you push into the earth and round your spine in the cat pose. Inhale into your cow. And go ahead and do it at the speed of your own breath. Exhale, cats, nice and slow, every vertebrae articulating. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Come to neutral for just a breath. And we're going to go ahead and drop our forearms to the earth with our elbows right underneath our shoulders. Your arms are parallel going out, so the hands don't come together. They stay separated. Send your legs out behind you in Sphinx pose. Feel that stretch in your lower back. Maybe you claw the mat a little bit, pulling your chest through to get a little extra stretch in the lower back. Make sure you continue to breathe throughout your practice. Let's go ahead and take the left hand across the front of the body as you bend the right knee, reaching back for that right foot, ankle, pants if you can't get the foot. And go ahead and roll back over onto that thigh so you really get a quad stretch. Pulling your heel in close to your glute as you push into the hand with the foot and pull back with the hand. Really stretching that quad. Can be very intense stretch. Keeping your breath moving, sending the exhale out of that point of resistance in your quad. And when you're ready, release. Come back to your Sphinx pose for one breath, relaxing your pelvis right into the earth. Really relax. Then take your right hand across the front of the body, bending the left leg this time. Reach back. Find wherever you can reach. Ideally your ankle so you can flex the foot and roll back over onto that thigh as you pull the heel close to the glute. Push into the hand with the foot, feeling that glute really wake up. Again, keeping the breath moving. Go ahead and release. Come back to your Sphinx pose as you melt your pelvis into the earth. We're going to come into our crocodile arms with one hand stacked on top of the other. Elbows go out to the side, and your chin comes right down on top of your hands. And just relax that pelvis for a breath or two. Relax your glutes. On your next inhale, I want you to press into your hands as you bring the front of the body up. Take the forearms off the mat for this version of Bhujanasana, Cobra pose. When you get up, see if you can relax your glutes. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Take your gaze around to the right toes. Back to center and around to the left toes. Back to center. I want you to float the body down using the strength of the upper body, nice and slow. Turn your cheek to one side or the other and go ahead and wag your tail a little bit, releasing in your lower back. We're going to do another couple of versions of Cobra pose, Bhujanasana. So go ahead and take your chin to the earth, hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your elbows in so your upper arms are running right down the side of your body. Put your legs together, your feet together, and on your inhale, press into your hands as you bring up the front of the body. Sink into the chest, open up like a toboggan. Hug your elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. Finally, can you relax your glutes? Breathing in Bhujanasana. And when you're ready, slowly, with the strength of your body, bring yourself down. Turning your cheek to the other side. Go ahead and wag your tail. Release that back. We got a lot of back work to do, so let's take care of it. This time we're going to take our chin to the mat and our hands way out towards the top of the mat. Separate your legs so your feet come out to the outside edges of the mat. On the inhale, lift your head, lift the front of your body as you straighten your arms in your seal pose. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Relax those shoulders. You can either stay here if you want to bend your feet, take the gaze to the sky, toes towards your hair. Look up in this King Cobra pose. Tremendous back bend happening here. Breathing. And when you're ready to come down, the legs come down, chin down, and bring the front of the body down with the strength of your upper body. Turning your cheek to the other side, go ahead and wag your tail. Releasing your lower back. So those cobra poses were for your upper spine. We're going to work into a lower spine bend with Shalabhasana locust pose. So let's go ahead and take our chin to the mat. We'll take our hands down by our sides. Legs together, feet together. On your inhale, raise your head and raise your chest. You can clasp your hands behind your back, straightening your elbows. Bring those shoulder blades together on your back. On your next inhale, raise your legs off the earth. If it's easy for you, you can raise your arms a little bit. The gaze is down at the mat, so there's no tension in your cervical spine. Keep the breath moving. All the weight is on your pubic bone. One more deep breath. Rise up a little bit before you release all the way down. Turning your cheek to the other side. Wag your tail a little bit. Release your back. Next, we're going to come into Dhanurasana, which is bow pose. So bring your chin to the mat. Go ahead and bend your right knee, reaching back for your right foot or ankle at best, so you can flex your foot. And then we're going to do the same on the left side. Chin to the earth. On an inhale, raise your head, raise your chest. On your next inhale, can you take your thighs off the earth as you push into your hands and pull back with your hands? Maybe as you breathe, you rock up and down a little bit. Totally normal. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. On your next inhale, can you raise up a little bit and exhale, release all the way down. Turning your cheek to the opposite side. Go ahead and relax. Why don't you bend at the knees this time and windshield wiper your legs from side to side, releasing your lower back. And we're going to come into one more back bend, which is Ustrasana, camel pose. So when you're ready, very gently push yourself up. We're going to come to stand on our knees in this lightning pose. So bring your body up. We're going to grab our blocks, place one on the outside of each of the heels. If you don't need your blocks, that's fine, but they're there if you need them. I want you to start with your first bend by supporting your sacrum with your fingertips facing down. Bring your elbows together behind the body so your chest opens. On an inhale, let's just rise out of the waist as we push our hips forward and look up for just this little simple back bend. Breathing here. Inhale, bring the body up. We're going to do our second back bend and use Ustrasana camel pose. This time we're going to reach for the heels or the blocks. So again, bring your elbows close together so your chest opens. Before you begin to roll back, rise out of your waist. Inhale, rise up, like a wave, begin to fold back, finding your blocks or your heels. Once you get them, push your chest forward, push your quads forward as you take your gaze behind you. Tremendous back bend, Ustrasana. Breathing here, feel those quads stretching as they move forward. When you're ready, hands to the sacrum, bring the body up nice and slow. We're gonna move our blocks from behind us. Come back to sit on your heels for a breath. Cross your arms at your chest and bring your chin to your chest. You can just stretch the top of your neck, the upper back. Go ahead, release. Take your forehead down to the earth as you take the hands down by your feet, palms face up. Let your shoulders just melt into the mat. And when you're ready, begin to roll yourself up. Come to a seated position, comfortable seated position. Take a breath or two, an easy pose. Close your eyes. Tremendous heart opening, throat opening, back bend practice. Take your hands to heart center. See you on the mat. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with us today. This is Candace, 500-hour teacher trained in yoga. Follow the links below to find out more about our events and our classes here in Arkville, New York. Namaste.